Yeah, what it do? Welcome to Booby's World, and you are tuned into HoustonHipHopFix.com. I view myself, man, as at this point in my career as an entertainer. I feel like there's a lot of avenues I plan to go down, whether it's rap, whether it's writing, whether it's basketball, whether it's modeling, whether it's acting. I feel like I've been blessed with a lot of things and a lot of talents that I haven't really been able to explore and expose because I was so focused and driven to play basketball. And so, kind of with the injuries and a few different things, kind of put it in a perspective that, you got to take advantage of these opportunities while you still are able to, you know what I'm saying, while you're young enough. And so that's why I'm at with it, just strictly an entertainer, man, just spread my story. Well, I think when I said that I could possibly be coming back, it was more along the lines of NBA teams sort of reaching out and trying to see what I wanted to do. I had yet made a decision whether or not I was going to still play ball. But what I realized, man, as an artist, it's very hard to balance both. And I don't think that if you want to be great at anything on that level, whether it be music or basketball, if you're going to be a basketball player, you got to focus on being a basketball player. And if you want to be an artist, you have to focus on being an artist. And so what I realized was that's, at this point, the way my body feels, the way where my mind is and where my heart is, I wanted to put 100% into being an artist, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm a student in all aspects, whether it be basketball or whether it be music. And what I learned is, I think a lot of those guys tried to do both. I think they were still playing basketball and still trying to do music. And so I feel like you can never fully invest yourself into being an artist when basketball demands that you be so disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Basketball demands that you be here at this time and don't do that. And as an artist, it's all about freedom and exploring that freedom. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's where I'm a little different, because I haven't played basketball in 3 years. That's what people don't understand. Like, they still think that I was just playing last year. I haven't been playing for a while, and throughout this whole time, I've been studying artists. I've been studying the craft. I've been learning music and trying to understand what it takes to go into this field. Not only go into it just to do it for the sake of doing it, but for people to see that I love it. I love what comes out of the studio when I go in there and I got something on my mind and I can vent, and I ain't got to go talk to nobody else about it. I can have therapy, me and that microphone, and I'm in love with it. Like I was telling, like, I can't even date right now because I'm in love with music. I'm in love with the microphone. That's my passion. I thank God every day for the ability to be able to write and tell stories. And so musically, I'm H-Time to the core. I bleed H-Time. So in the music, you're going to hear some school. You're going to hear some laid back. You're going to understand when I flow, I'm from Houston. I don't flip the tongue. I'm not fast with it. It's real. You're going to understand what I'm saying. But at the same time, there's issues that go on in America that if you're going to be an artist, that you need to address, and you need to be a voice for the voiceless. That's a part of being an artist. And so I don't feel like you can put me into a box, because even the other night in the studio, I was harmonizing a little bit, not really singing, but enough to get my point across. So just as an artist, man, I'm just really exploring all of those boundaries, testing all of those boundaries, finding my sound. And when you listen to it, man, you gonna feel it and you gonna hear it, man. It's just, I can't even tell you exactly what the sound is. Just know it's H-Town and it come right from here. I think that's getting blown way out of proportion. I think that, yes, as fans, if an artist is telling you his story, and yeah, you want it to come from him. You want him to have that pen when he's telling you his story. But I feel like with artistry, there's just plain and simple better artists out here, and some people don't want to be in front of the camera. Some people don't, but they have a voice too. So these people, I know a lot of them, they write for people, and they're fine with writing for people, and an artist can get on stage and perform and deliver that message like they couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And so I just respect music and the entire art form. I don't feel like you should be boxed in, but I do feel like there's a time and a place for everything. I do feel like if you're an artist and what you're speaking about needs to come from you, you do that. But I mean, I sit down and I get hooks too. You know what I'm saying? It was a point where I was writing every single bar, and I kind of got trapped in that, like, in that realm of like writing about some of the same things. And as soon as I had a singer come in and give me a hook, I was able to write about something I hadn't even thought about. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a place for it, and I think it's really getting kind of blown out of proportion with the two. Unless somebody's just writing every single bar for you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's cool. Man, period. I just want people to understand that I'm breaking the chains. Like, I feel like people try to tie you down and say, like, you basketball player, you stay over there and play basketball. Music is for music and this is for that. Nah, we all are created to be amazing. I don't know why we limit ourselves to just being good because somebody else said, oh, all you can do is play basketball. That's a lie. We all are blessed with a bunch of capabilities, but somewhere along the line somebody trains us to think that we can't do other things. And so personally, my goals are to break all those chains. I was a basketball player. Yes, I can rap. Yes, I can act. I can do whatever I want to do as long as I'm doing it from a space in my heart that you can receive it and you know that that's where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? So that's my goal, to tell my story and people to see that it's coming from my heart, man. And that's the success for me. I don't care if you like it, you don't gotta like it. Success for me is breaking that barrier and releasing music and people seeing me do what I want to do. In the month of September, I'm releasing my first EP. I think I'm settling on it being self-titled, Booby's World, basically, because I think for starters, people gotta understand that transition. They gotta know, you know what I'm saying, what I'm coming from and what it is I'm here to do. You know what I mean? And then I can kind of explore. But I'm trying to get it out in September. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's on tap, and that's what I'm focused on. My plan is to leave my mark. And we as people, we as artists, we don't know what that is. All we can do is go, and when we get in the booth or when we get on stage, all we can do is deliver that. And what I do know is I'm from Houston, and what I do know is I got a few things to say. I've been through a few things, and I feel like people on the national scene, they know where Screw came from. They know a Houston artist when they see one. And so I just feel like as artists, there's so many artists out there right now I can go down the list that are fighting for that national attention, for people to see them as an ambassador for that Houston culture. All my music that I drop, whether it be mixtape, they trying to hold me back on dropping music. I got a lot of music I'm ready to let go, but I'm going to hold myself back until my EP comes out, and then it'll be a flurry, man, because I've been making music since I was a rookie in the NBA. And so a lot of people will see that, you know what I'm saying, once I drop it. Yeah, Booby'sWorld.com is where you get it. I haven't settled on Booby's World as the name, but it's probably the
George, you see what I mean? All the rest is imposters. Dr. King had a dream. Malcolm X had